welcome to the channel, or you're returning, welcome back to Yankee Central. I'm Dave. We are going over all of the current Yankee news as well as previewing the upcoming games and talking about the old games that just played. Um, should have had a video yesterday, but you know, it is what it is. But today, Elmer Rodriguez is getting called up to face Lambert. Is it Lambert or Lambert? I don't know how it's pronounced, but that's the preview. Well, not really. Rodriguez is totally unknown to these guys. Whoops, we don't need to do that. We've got some history with Lambert. Looks like a pretty decent pitcher overall. 8 and 7, 3.68, 120 Ks. Not sure how many innings, but I could go check when we go to Baseball Reference, which we should be there very soon. In fact, let's go there right now. So tonight's pitcher is Peter Lambert. Yeah, he's got the most pitches or the most innings and the most strikeouts on the team. Leads them in practically just about every category. 3.5 walks. The walks pretty decent. Probably one of the better pitchers on the club as far as keeping it in the strike zone. Hitting wise, Christian Walker. I gotta move my bifocals up. I keep creaking my head here. I gotta get the monitor up a little bit higher. But we're making do. Christian Walker still's doing a pretty decent run. Without Yordan Alvarez, they wouldn't even be 66 and 66 right now. Let's face it. He leads them in pretty much every category imaginable as far as offense goes. Probably not so much defense because he's mostly DH, and kind of when he's in there, he's an albatross in the field. But anyway, pretty decent lineup. Pena, pretty decent. Altuve, honest, he should probably just hang it up. I mean, he reminds me of Jeter in his last year. It's like still got the fight, but you ain't got the might. Bench, there's nothing to write home about other than Yanier Diaz. He's a power threat off the bench and a catcher, so that's always good. But there you go. There is the Houston assholes. We got the Yankees now, of course. But we already know we've got Lambert and Rodriguez for today. Cole and Hayden Wesnecky. He's just barely started. Wesneski. Yeah, Wesneski. Okay, there we go. I like it. It's phonetically spelled out for you so you don't look like a dang idiot. Pretty decent peripherals. Not much history in our area, in our division, or whatever you want to call it. So we haven't had many people. I don't believe we've had many people go up against him because he's been with the Cubs before that. But anyway, we got Cole going against him, and then Boston comes to New York, which makes it pretty interesting. So we got to the 27th is Thursday. So Friday, Saturday, and Sunday is Boston. Where's Boston going to be delivering on? Not delivering, but airing on. It's not a Fox game. But I digress. We'll find out when we get there. Anyway, so news coming down the pike. This is Giants. We don't deal with them too much. They're a team we might face once a year if we're lucky. Um, Pretty decent team 10 years ago. I'm trying to, yeah, see, that's how lucky they are. UCL sprain, non-throwing surgery, non-throwing arm, so they might try to squeeze out the rest of the year. But if it's going to cut into next year, they'd be better off doing it now. That's just my opinion. Trying to scroll down for something interesting. Oh yeah, they fired the assholes. Fired their manager, general manager Dana Brown. Yeah, he's made some interesting decisions. The Arizona one, where he got the first baseman there, I forget his name. Um, um, yeah, he screwed up on that one because I thought he was going to be in for a downfall, pushing for a contract kind of thing. Not to say that he's whatever you want to call it, tanking his. We'll find that guy again. We were just there a minute ago. Yeah, we got Adamas. We go down and go back to San Fran. Not San Fran. Who am I? We're thinking about the assholes. Damn it. I wish they'd go back to the Colt 45s. I thought that was better. Jesus, what the hell? I just want the current season. Well, there you go. They were originally the Houston Colt 45s, so I wasn't bullshitting you. I know my history. Not much else, but Christian Walker is a guy I was talking about. Now, when he was with Arizona, 250, 260, if you're lucky, you get 270 out of him, but that's if you're lucky. And just enough walks to put him over a 300 on base percentage. But the big underlying issue is if he has a down year, which he did with Houston, 238 batting average, he didn't draw enough walks to bring that up over a 300 on base percentage. This season he hit or walked the combination of hitting well enough or walking just right, or I don't know. He's got a pace for more walks. Is what point is. 154 games he had 40. He's already got 43 this year, so he's walking a little bit better, and his slugging is slightly better. But he's never going to approach these numbers. He's just not going to do it. He was age 31, age 32, and you could see the slugging is starting to creep down at 33. So that's what you're going to get out of the guy. I mean, they put their money on him, they banked on him, and it kind of bit him in the ass in the end. Um, but it is what it is. What am I saying now? Let's give you a preview of what happened yesterday because I don't want to forget that. Schedule. Where the hell are we? Oh, they're right down here. Yes. There we go. So pretty decent game, even though I've always got issues with Will Warren on the second half of the season. The first half of the season, he was like Cy Young, as close to Cy Young as you're going to get, and he has hit a wall, and he's basically lucky to get 5 innings out of this dude. So I'm thinking when one of these guys comes back, even if you're not going to have them a full-fledged starter like Schmidt or somebody, stick that dude in there to start and have Will Warren piggyback him on the back end because I just think this long season, I don't know, just too much for him. He might be better off as a swingman and not a starter because he can't pitch consistently enough. But the Yankees did pretty good. The Bellinger hit a home run, first one he's had in quite some time. Chisholm did all right. Jones got caught stealing. Yeah, but Jones has been doing well. I mean, if he got caught stealing, that means he's 80%. I think he got caught. He was eight of nine. It's now 8 of 10, so still very good percentage. I'm just looking for more than one person to get hot. 1 for 5 is not getting hot. It's not. You've got to do what this guy just did, Luis Garcia Jr. He had 4 freaking hits, 3 RBI, and Bellinger. Yeah, he started to get hot actually. So I'll strike that back, but he's got to maintain that for a while and start bombing him out of the park because he doesn't do this crap on the road, only at home. His home and away splits are just bad. And that's just how the cookie crumbles in this game. Let me see. Let's see if we can lock in on him. There we go. And I'd like to see this guy playing some second base. Get Jazz Chisholm out of there. So basically, you put this guy in at second for a while, uh, and then have, I don't know, maybe Goldie come in and be first for a while. And then when things get to the point where you're worried about defense, you could pull the second baseman out and put Chisholm in there. Because that's his knock is he's not that great defensively at second, but first he's better. So I don't know. We'll figure it out someday, right? Or they will. They're the ones with the big paychecks and everything, putting up that stuff. When I could do it in the third of the paycheck and probably still do just about as good as they are, if not worse. But anyhow, that is what's going on recently. I know I'm kind of all over the place sometimes. I still don't know why the hell we got this Elliot Ramos guy. And does he have any? Yeah, he's got eligibility to go back to the minors because I think that's the best thing for him right now. Because he ain't doing shit for us. He's just taking up space, unfortunately. I mean, he had a pretty decent season with San Francisco. Doesn't walk for shit though. That's the problem I see with him. I mean, he had like a ton of strikeouts and like 16 walks. He's got 5 with us, but 18 strikeouts. So yeah, I don't know. But we'll go back to and preview further down the line. So as we were talking, we got Houston, Boston's coming to town, and we went into. Actually, we can go back to the New York Yankees and just go to the schedule just to see a little down the line. So how much we've got after that. I try to only focus on just what we've got in the next 6 games, but here's a preview. The 31st Monday we start uh, in California against the Angels in Anaheim, which is not too far from Los Angeles. But that's what's coming down the pike. When we get closer to that, obviously we will have. Oh yeah, I forget there's a double header on Saturday. So that's why I think the first game's probably going to be a Yes Network or a Nesson game. If you're watching it local, for me, it'd probably have to be on the television, Nesson or whatever. I hate that broadcast, but and then the 7 o'clock one is probably going to be um, Fox. Yeah, that's what I thought. Fox. Because I think it was originally a Fox before. And they wanted their game back, so that's how they rescheduled it. But anyway, we were on a chat the other time about Hall of Fame. And I just thought of this. All right. 42 win, 307 batting average, 222 home runs. Now, he would have had a lot more home runs if it wasn't for his back being all messed up. But you cannot talk about the 1980s without talking about Mattingly. It's from age 23 to age 28. He was arguably the best, one of the best hitting and the best fielding first baseman out there. Now, if you look at his defensive WAR, it doesn't do favors for him, but it doesn't really matter because you look at this down here. You look at the there you go, the range that he had: 154 double plays, assists, the putouts. He's there stomping on that ball. He was like a vacuum cleaner over there. If they rated him terribly on their little defensive thing, then they're screwed up. As far as I'm concerned, you could tack on an extra 10 for the WAR and say he made up for it enough. But anyway, is there anybody more deserving of a Hall of Fame than this guy? Well, how about Thurman Munson? There's somebody else there too. Thurman Munson should be in the Hall of Fame too. He got 10 years in the bigs, and they've made exceptions for people that have done less. I mean, let's face it. I think this Hall of Fame thing is kind of screwed up. And the reason why I say that, here you go, Thurman Munson, 46 win. Now that is just 10 years. 10 years he had that. I don't think his power would have stuck around. Obviously, it was starting to wane a little bit, but you can't not fault his low strikeouts. And I mean, what I mean low strikeouts, a sole season where he strikes out 70, that's unheard of in today's game. And his defense was very favorable, and 43 for offense and 11.9 for defense. That should be a lot higher than that. Then I don't know how they do their math over there, but in my world, I'll give you another comp. He's a center fielder, and this is the comp to Don Mattingly, even though different position. Kirby Puckett, and very similar numbers. He had a little bit better batting average, home runs probably almost the same, about the same amount of at bats, a couple hundred a year or whatever, but very similar numbers. And he got in the Hall of Fame, and I don't hear his name tossed around as much as Donnie Baseball. Just saying. But this guy made the Hall. When was his induction? 2001. Yeah. But I don't know. You tell me, guys. What do you think? You think that these guys are deserving? I think Thurman Munson definitely. I think Don Mattingly definitely. I mean, if you got guys like this that got in, and heck, Harold Baines got in. No knock on Harold Baines, but my God, he's a Hall of Famer. Are you shitting me? Hands down, Mattingly was a lot better than Harold Baines. But I digress. Just let me know, guys, in the comments what you think, and please subscribe. We need to get our subscribers up. We were stuck at 5 now, and we should be up there a little bit. We should start growing a little bit. I understand it takes time. I've run another YouTube channel, and I know, and I'm going to try to keep it on the legit as much as I can, where the growth is as natural as possible, so the algorithm accepts every little bit of what we do here. With that being said, like, subscribe, and we'll see you next time.
The Yankees win! The Yankees win! The Yankees win! The Yankees win!